Did you get introduced to the book? Because is it technically like a romance novel?
It kind of falls into the romance category. Actually, my friend and book agent, Johanna, who's here somewhere, she introduced me to the book. I was just starting my company, Wayfair Studios, and we were looking for like inspirational content that could have real impact. And she sent it to me, and I'd never read a romance novel, and it was the first time reading a book where the female protagonist, where I like got to be her and experience that, and
Too. I mean, she's such a great filmmaker. You know, she was really able to separate herself as the author and sit in that edit room and go like, I know that I wrote this in the book, but like, what if it happened this way instead? Because for the film, it's its own piece of art, and we're still capturing everything that's in the book, but it's just tweaking this or that. Like, so she really is just an incredible storyteller. So
this morning I sent a text message to my best friend Jamie and the president of my company, Tara. And I told them that I wasn't in the best place. I told them that I was exhausted, that I haven't given myself time to recover or time to heal. I had an intense year, a lot of material success.
Dismiss each of their characters, you know, but to see what a heart and soul each of them have is nice, and it's something that, you know, that's the thing, you know, as far as like relating to it personally, that you see, you know, you have these ideas of people that you're fans of, and then you meet them and get to know them as a person, and oftentimes you're such a greater fan of them as a person than you are as the person that people feel like they know, and that's always that's always nice and refreshing when you see that.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, what do you feel like is the biggest misconceptions about fame and Hollywood in general?
I think the idea that people think that they know you, I think because of how intrusive media is these days, there's people care so much more about your personal
wife who did that invisible work of being with the children while I was able to make this movie that doesn't get celebrated nearly enough, and I don't know, I'm just kind of speechless, and I'm just excited for it to be released in the world.
I mean, it takes a village, like you said. Did I see, I mean, this is a family affair for you as well. Did I see your dad as well here?
My dad and my mom are here, my aunt, my uncle who never shows up to anything. He's never even been to New York. My cousin who just lost her husband, and this is a family affair, and my best friends are here, and you know, I think all of us just,
Lion Ryan.
Lion Ryan.
Oh, that's a good game.
Yeah, and Kelly had to guess who was telling the best lie.
And by the way, they were both lying most of the time, and I was like, that's cheating. Only one of you.
Wait, is my husband a good liar? Because I really don't want to find out here.
I think he's
like
a
diabolical pathological.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
No, he was, but I mean, you know, he can ad-lib anything.
Yeah,
and he's hysterical.
Yeah,
I had to raise my
really
game.
Funny.
But
But that's in real life too. I mean, he's not. This is like not just
Both
for
of you
show.
guys are
I
like
think
that.
you're well suited. I feel like if the two of you had married any other people.
It's about domestic violence, something that 1 in 3 women have to deal with globally. And we're just really proud of how the film turned out and the impact that it's had, and it's on Netflix now, which is a beautiful.
So how did you get introduced to the book? Because is it technically like a romance novel?
It kind of falls into the romance category. Actually, my friend and book agent, Johanna, who's here somewhere, she introduced me to the book. I was just starting my company, Wayfair Studios, and we were looking for like inspirational content that could have real impact, and she sent it to me, and I'd never read a romance novel, and it was the
I need coffee. I got 4 kids. Expect me to make a key lime pie at 1 in the afternoon in a gown without a secret coffee hidden here? You guys are nuts.
This is Cool Whip. I don't know what Cool Whip is. I'm not gonna question it. It's a genius invention. I feel like this is gonna end up on OnlyFans, like me leaning over, chest falling out, squeezing this lemon. This is not suitable for work.
Could Hollywood's golden girl really be on the verge of a breakdown? Blake Lively, known for her poise and picture-perfect life, is now at the center of a legal battle that's sending shockwaves through the industry. It all started with what seemed like a dream project, a film adaptation of It Ends With Us, starring and directed by Justin Baldoni. But behind the scenes, tensions exploded, leading to lawsuits, shocking allegations, and even betrayals among close friends. Now, with a courtroom showdown looming and careers hanging in the balance, fans are left wondering, what really happened between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni? And could this be the scandal that changes everything for them both? Buckle up, because this story is more twisted than anyone ever expected. What started as a promising collaboration quickly turned into a nightmare. When Blake Lively was announced as the lead in It Ends With Us, fans were thrilled. The film, based on Colleen Hoover's best-selling novel, had the potential to be a major hit. Justin Baldoni, who was set to direct and star alongside Lively, seemed like the perfect choice to bring the story to life. But behind the scenes, tensions were brewing. Reports surfaced that Lively and Baldoni clashed over creative decisions, with insiders claiming that Lively felt sidelined when it came to major production choices. Sources close to the project alleged that disagreements over the film's direction quickly turned personal, with Lively reportedly feeling that Baldoni was exerting too much control over the set. Then came the whispers, rumors that something far more serious was unfolding behind closed doors, and soon those whispers would explode into the public eye in a way no one saw coming. Then, in a move that shocked Hollywood, Blake Lively took legal action. In December 2024, she filed a formal complaint with the California Civil Rights Department, alleging that Justin Baldoni had created a hostile work environment. According to Lively, Baldoni's behavior on set was far from professional. She accused him of making inappropriate comments and even crossing personal boundaries. But that wasn't all. Lively claimed that when she pushed back, Baldoni retaliated. Reports suggest he launched a behind-the-scenes smear campaign, spreading damaging rumors to discredit her. Sources close to Lively say she was blindsided by how quickly things escalated, describing it as an orchestrated effort to tarnish her reputation. Baldoni, however, denied everything, insisting that Lively's accusations were nothing more than an attempt to destroy his career. But before the public could even process these shocking allegations, Baldoni fired back in a way that no one saw coming. If Blake Lively thought her allegations would put an end to the conflict, she was dead wrong. In January 2025, Justin Baldoni hit back with a massive $400 million lawsuit against Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. His claims? Defamation, civil extortion, and an alleged scheme to sabotage his career. According to Baldoni's legal team, Lively's accusations weren't just about workplace misconduct. They were a tactical move to gain leverage over the It Ends With Us project. He claimed that Lively and Reynolds had tried to force him out of the director's chair by threatening to go public with false allegations. Baldoni wasted no time painting himself as the true victim in this unfolding saga. In a series of carefully worded statements, he claimed that his reputation and career were being systematically dismantled, not through due process, but through a coordinated media takedown. He described himself as the casualty of a ruthless industry machine that had decided his fate before the facts could even be examined. And he wasn't just pointing fingers at Lively, he was coming for Ryan Reynolds too. In a stunning twist, Baldoni accused Reynolds of playing a behind-the-scenes role in what he called a calculated smear campaign. His legal team alleged that Reynolds, leveraging his immense influence in Hollywood, had quietly worked to blacklist him, pressuring studios and agencies to cut ties. The accusation set off a firestorm, pulling Reynolds, one of the industry's most bankable and beloved figures, into the scandal and forcing him to respond. Though he initially stayed silent, insiders claimed he was livid over the allegations, viewing them as not just false, but a desperate attempt to shift blame. The lawsuit sent shockwaves through the industry. It wasn't just another celebrity feud, it was now a high-stakes legal battle with multi-million-dollar consequences and reputations on the line. Fans were fiercely divided. Some saw Baldoni's lawsuit as proof that he had been unfairly targeted, a victim of Hollywood's tendency to exile the accused before any real evidence surfaced. Others viewed his actions as a last-ditch effort to salvage his career, dismissing his claims against Reynolds as little more than a diversion tactic. But as the legal war raged on, the real-world consequences were beginning to unfold. Studios, wary of getting caught in the crossfire, started reconsidering their projects with both Lively and Baldoni. Streaming platforms grew hesitant about green-lighting films attached to either of them, uncertain of how the controversy would impact audience reception. Even Lively, despite the overwhelming industry support, reportedly lost a major endorsement deal amid concerns over ongoing litigation. For both stars, the fallout was proving to be more destructive than they had ever imagined. What started as a personal and professional dispute had snowballed into an all-consuming scandal, threatening to alter the course of their careers forever. And with each new revelation, it became clear that this battle was far from over. As the legal war intensified, Hollywood became a battlefield, with powerful figures, advocacy groups, and insiders choosing sides. Blake Lively found herself at the center of a wave of industry support, with fellow actors, prominent filmmakers, and influential advocacy organizations rallying behind her. Many hailed her courage for speaking out, framing her as a symbol of resilience in an industry that had long protected the powerful. Statements of solidarity flooded in from A-list stars, some subtly condemning Baldoni, while others called for a broader reckoning within Hollywood. Social media campaigns amplified the movement, with hashtags like #WeStandWithBlake trending worldwide, further cementing her as a figurehead in what was quickly becoming a defining cultural moment. Meanwhile, Baldoni faced the kind of backlash that could dismantle a career overnight. The fallout was swift and unforgiving. His once loyal talent agency, WME, wasted no time severing ties, issuing a terse statement that distanced itself from the embattled actor and director. Studios that had once lined up to work with him reportedly began pulling out of projects, some citing scheduling conflicts, while others remained conspicuously silent, unwilling to be associated with the controversy. Brands that had partnered with Baldoni swiftly reevaluated their relationships, with at least 2 major endorsements quietly disappearing from his public profiles. A major streaming service, which had been in early talks to greenlight a passion project of his, reportedly shelved discussions indefinitely. Sources inside Hollywood described the situation as a PR disaster for Baldoni, with one industry executive telling Variety, "No one wants to be the company that takes a risk on him right now, not when the headlines are this bad." What had begun as a legal dispute was now a full-fledged career implosion, unfolding in real time under the unforgiving glare of the public eye. But while Lively had the industry's backing, whispers of doubt still lingered. Some questioned whether the rush to condemn Baldoni was premature, pointing out that no criminal charges had been filed. Others warned of trial by media, a phenomenon that had destroyed reputations before the full truth had emerged. With both stars' futures hanging in the balance, the industry watched, waited, and wondered. Was this the beginning of Hollywood's next great reckoning, or just another chapter in its endless cycle of scandal and redemption? But not everyone rallied behind Lively. While many sympathized with her, seeing her as a woman unfairly dragged through a storm of controversy, others weren't so convinced. Critics, including a vocal faction of Baldoni's supporters, argued that no formal charges had been filed, questioning whether the entire situation had been blown out of proportion. Some accused Lively of playing the victim, suggesting she was leveraging public sympathy to control the narrative. Others speculated that the allegations, while serious, had been twisted into a media circus that had little to do with justice and everything to do with entertainment. The debate raged fiercest where all modern scandals play out, on social media. Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok became battlegrounds of speculation and conspiracy theories. Hashtags supporting both stars trended on and off, with #Justice for Lively and #Stand with Baldoni fueling an endless war of words. Some fans dissected every statement, body language cue, and past interview, hunting for clues to support their side, Others claim to have inside sources, leaking unverified claims that only added to the confusion. And just when it seemed like things couldn't get any messier, the media swooped in, turning the already chaotic situation into a full-blown Hollywood scandal. Tabloids churned out salacious headlines, late-night hosts cracked jokes at their expense, and entertainment news outlets ran 24/7 coverage dissecting every new development. Anonymous sources came forward with conflicting accounts, some painting Lively as a wronged woman, others portraying Baldoni as the real victim of an industry eager to cancel first and investigate later. The story had officially transcended a legal battle. It had become a cultural flashpoint, a mirror reflecting Hollywood's deepest divides. And with new allegations, legal threats, and behind-the-scenes betrayals surfacing daily, the controversy was far from over. As the legal drama spiraled out of control, the media seized the story, fueling the fire with explosive headlines and insider reports. What started as a complex legal battle quickly morphed into a full-blown media spectacle, dissected on morning shows, dissected in think pieces, and debated endlessly across social media. But not all coverage was in Lively's favor. Justin Baldoni, determined to fight back against what he called a deliberate smear campaign, took his battle to the press in a bold and aggressive move. He filed a staggering $250 million defamation lawsuit against the New York Times, alleging that the paper had intentionally distorted the facts to frame him as the villain. His legal team argued that the publication's selective reporting had not only misrepresented his actions, but had also caused irreparable harm to his reputation, effectively convicting him in the court of public opinion before any formal proceedings had even begun. Meanwhile, the controversy deepened when The Hollywood Reporter found itself under fire for its coverage of the case. The magazine's latest cover story, intended as a deep dive into the legal battle, instead sparked outrage. The issue featured a striking but deeply controversial illustration of Lively in a distressed pose, an image that many found unnecessarily provocative and exploitative. Critics slammed the feature as tone-deaf, accusing the publication of turning a serious workplace dispute into a cheap, sensationalized tabloid drama. Lively herself was quick to condemn the cover, calling it shameful and degrading. Her scathing response ignited a wave of backlash against The Hollywood Reporter, with celebrities, activists, and media watchdogs denouncing the portrayal as sexist and irresponsible. Within hours, the controversy had escalated into a full-fledged industry reckoning, forcing the magazine to issue a statement defending its editorial choices while simultaneously scrambling to control the damage. But beyond the headlines and legal maneuvering, the fallout was personal. The case had officially outgrown just Lively and Baldoni, pulling in Hollywood insiders, media giants, and an increasingly divided public. Allegiances were shifting, and long-standing friendships were being tested in ways no one had anticipated. Behind the scenes, one of Lively's most high-profile friendships was crumbling under the weight of the scandal, an unexpected casualty in a war that showed no signs of ending anytime soon. Despite the chaos surrounding her, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds have kept up public appearances, almost as if to send a clear message. They're not going into hiding. While some in Hollywood might choose to lay low during a scandal, Lively and Reynolds have done the opposite. Their recent outings suggest they're actively pushing back against the controversy, refusing to let the legal drama define them. Just weeks after Baldoni's lawsuit dominated the headlines, Lively and Reynolds were spotted at Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary special, dressed to impress and flashing their signature charm. The couple appeared completely unbothered, laughing, mingling, and posing for photos as if nothing was wrong. But for those paying close attention, it was obvious. This wasn't just another night out. It was a calculated move, a silent statement that they weren't retreating under pressure. Some insiders believe Lively's decision to remain in the public eye is part of a deliberate PR strategy. By maintaining a strong presence, she's controlling the narrative, showing confidence, and signaling to Hollywood that she won't be silenced. It's a tactic often used by high-profile figures caught in controversy. Appearing unfazed can shift public perception, making the accusation seem less damaging. Meanwhile, Justin Baldoni has taken the opposite approach, retreating from the spotlight almost entirely. Sources close to the actor-director claim he's been advised by his legal team to stay quiet until the trial unfolds. Unlike Lively, who has a strong support network and decades of Hollywood goodwill, Baldoni is in a more vulnerable position. His career hangs in the balance, and every move he makes could impact how he's perceived in court and by the industry. With both legal battles charging full speed toward a trial in March 2026, this case is far from over. Legal experts predict that the outcome of these lawsuits could have massive implications for both stars. If Baldoni wins, it could severely damage Lively's credibility, forcing Hollywood to reconsider its support for her. If Lively wins, it could permanently end Baldoni's career, solidifying her as a powerful force in the industry and sending a strong message about accountability in Hollywood. Either way, these verdicts will reshape the entire conversation surrounding power, reputation, and influence in the entertainment world. Hollywood has seen plenty of feuds, but few have carried such high stakes for both sides. So, what happens next? Will this legal war destroy careers, friendships, and Hollywood alliances forever? Or will one side finally back down before it's too late? One thing's for sure, this scandal is far from over.